Hey guys, attorney Jordan El-Hag here from El-Hag and Associates PC, and I wanted to make a quick educational video to talk to you about uh, what I believe is a big mistake people make when trying to evaluate whether or not their rights have been violated at work. And what that mistake is that you try to go figure that out on your own. See, what a lot of people do is they start going and researching the law and trying to determine whether or not you have a lawsuit or not. And that's like the initial step you take in determining whether or not you have something you could do to address something you're unhappy with at work. And this is a mistake because it's a very complex area, the law. Like that's why we have law school, and that's why cases are totally unpredictable, right? You don't know the outcome. I have represented people in hundreds of cases, and there hasn't been a single case where the company's lawyers have not made us worry about the outcome and given us stuff we need to consider and research and investigate specific to that case. So, despite the fact that I've gone through law school, despite the fact that I've been through business school, despite the fact that I spent probably another $10,000 in books and courses focusing on how to advocate in employment law, every single case I have to do an evaluation of certain legal issues, and it's still uncertain how those cases are going to turn out. And that's the same for the company side too. That's why settling cases is important, and you need to be realistic in your analysis of it. If it takes us, the lawyers that do this every day, day in and day out, that much work to determine whether or not you have a case, and it's not that you have a case, it's that you can build a case, and there's certain things you got to look at and the evidence and putting together. It's going to be impossible almost for you to make a proper evaluation. And sometimes people don't take that initial step because they read something online and they conclude that their rights are weren't violated, or they do the opposite and they think their rights were violated, and then they make bad decisions on the job. Like they quit their job and they say they're going to file a claim at the EEOC, or want to bring a lawsuit, and they don't know that quitting your job is probably the worst thing you can do. And it totally, 99% of the time, it totally will eliminate your ability to recover any money from an employer. So they make these bad decisions because they think they have an understanding of how these cases play out. And it's a big mistake. So what you need to do is just, if you want, the kind of person likes to do a little research, educate yourself a little bit, do that, but contact a law firm focusing on whatever it is that you're trying to figure out and get the consultation. We do free consultations. Sometimes you'll have to pay somebody if you really like that firm. Pay the money if you're really that concerned about it, but don't make your own decision. Employ a professional, just like in a doctor. You can go on Google and research whether or not you think you have a medical condition, but you ultimately want to go to them to, verify and work with you so you can reach the right conclusion. So that is, I think, a huge piece of advice for you. It's something I see day in and day out for decades. So if you like this video and you want learn a little bit more about lawsuits, how they work, or employment law, go check out our website or our YouTube. Tons of free material there. And if you have a problem at work, please contact us, book a consultation, and we're going to be happy to sit down with you and evaluate what your options are, whether or not you have a case, and what you can do about it. So thanks for tuning in, and I look forward to working with you if you have an issue. And I hope you check out our other material and educate yourself on, your rights in general.